My first book, Never Says, one of the tenets was we are all good people. At least most people are good. And I traveled the country delivering trainings, starting out with the premise that most people are good. And I believe that. But the reason why I started out my trainings, my seminars with that declaration is because I understood from being in the world of talking about tough subjects for so long that the primary thing I needed to do was to make white people feel good about themselves. I knew that they would reject anything I said, that they would certainly not hire me back if they felt badly at the end. Because the attachment to whiteness, which in their minds is goodness and innocence and pureness and ultimately superiority, was in any way smeared. They were unhappy. So I would start my seminars. We are all good, but we make mistakes. We are all good, but we have biases. We are all good, but sometimes we're ignorant. I had to ensure that they felt good and safe. And it's really interesting, not interesting, that's the wrong word. I need to be specific with my words. It's really disgusting, frustrating, and pissing me off that because of this dedication, this desperate need to always feel as if they are good. You have a huge segment of white people who keep trying to downplay the United States' real history, the real atrocity that slavery was, and our current system of white systemic racism that has existed since the beginning of this country. They would rather make slavery sound as if it actually saved us, like we were lucky that they came and kidnapped and raped us and enslaved us and made us have free labor and murdered us and etc. than to be in Africa. They will put a small blurb in the history books that actually made it sound somewhat fun. They'll make movies of us singing and dancing and have a good old jolly time while we were enslaved. They will deny that we were enslaved or say, oh, just 2% or 1% of people or 3% of people owned slavery, as if it was not the very foundation of what this country was built upon. Capitalism is absolutely designed to have free labor or very inexpensive labor. It's designed around that, our system. And so this is why we can't heal. This is why we cannot flourish. This is why you're seeing our country and our democracy fail, because ultimately this attachment to whiteness / goodness. I've been thinking about this as I've traveled through other countries, and I'm like, what makes them different? Because it's not like they didn't have slavery. But the thing is, they own it. They teach it. They talk about it. They have memorials to commemorate it. It's because they don't want it to happen again. They're comfortable with being held accountable. They understand that's how they heal and that's how they move on. You think about the Holocaust. You think about Germany. The Nazis are never in one way. There's no two perspectives. They're seen, for the most part, as not good. What they did was not good. The Holocaust is seen as horrible, despicable. There's no one trying to make it, well, let me not say no one, but most people are not trying to make it better. And guess what? That's how they are healing. That's how they have moved forward in their country. But we can't. We can't. The country is falling apart because of this narcissistic, sickening ass need for some white people to feel good about themselves and their ancestors and their history. They just need it so bad. And so it's like, screw the country, forget what it's doing. They would rather deny. Also, they can feel that whiteness is superior.